All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Great Pretender, episode 20. All right.
We're still in backstory.
We are still in backstory, and we're going to see
view.
the way in which things go completely wrong here. They're going to get caught. Something's going to happen to Dorothy. Yeah. And Laurent's going to be the one guy that somehow gets out of this.
Fully gets away. Yeah.
Yeah, other than Oba-chan.
other than Oba-chan, but Oba-chan always gets away. That's how this works.
She stumbles into Yakuza 0 like an absolute fucking G.
And then just, hangs out there for a bit. I got that. I got that. Yeah. And they say, oh, gee, they're not talking gangster. Yeah.
No, exactly. She makes you cookies, and then she takes your life savings. So, yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Sure, they'll believe it before they see her.
It is, isn't it?
Okay. Pirates Code, let's go.
Yeah. I love the idea of the translations being how they completely control the narrative of this whole encounter here, and yet they're still gonna bungle it.
Right.
当年就非常崇尚日本的发展模式，从那以后，他就对日本文化非常向往。好，就1000万美金，你们把人带来。
Damn.
Just like that.
So either he saw through it and he's like, we'll still fake the deal here.
Or the transfer goes bad, maybe.
Damn.
All right.
Yep.
Just like that.
またアフリカ料理食いに寄らせてもらうだ。这位就是埃塞俄比亚王朝后裔加奈特穆鲁冈塔斯费公主。
Sorry, Mulligan Tasfai. Oh.
Right, because you're wanting her for ransom anyways.
Right.
That's more than any one person would buy.
那我们就告辞了，希望以后还有机会和您合作。那就。
There could be cameras. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
これからはどうするんだべ？
ソウルで適当に過ごすさ。たまに日本に行くかもしれないけど。
Every now and then. Yeah.
Sure.
私が全部預かってるだろ？
それか。二人が合流するまでは預かっといてくれ。使っちまうでねえぞ。
So he goes in to rescue them then. That's got to be how he gets.
Yeah, somehow the rescue doesn't go well.
This feels very connected to where we're at in the
what went wrong with Abby and all that.
So when he did this with Abby, he's like, all right, you have a TV,
exactly.
Oh. There's this energy about her that's just so fun. She's got like Luffy vibes.
Yeah, that just unflappable confidence.
Unflappable positivity, yeah.
That's like, okay, and here's where it falls apart.
But I want them to succeed because
oh yeah,
Laurent needs this kind of energy in his life right now.
Right. They are absolutely like leaning into the what?
I mean, yeah.
That's
the kind of shit that would ruin it.
Oh my god. Oh man. I love the juxtaposition here.
Yeah. And it's not. Yep. Yep.
And he doesn't doubt Laurent. It's just
no. It's just you obviously know
this,
too.
This is pretty fucked, right? Like we got screwed.
We got screwed. Yeah. We're made. Yep.
Yeah, whole other country. And yet, like, 10 mil. You
can't. They can use the cops in these areas legally because it's the, they're fraudsters. Well, not really.
I mean,
we're kidnapping, so
yeah. It's like
these criminals just out-criminaled us.
But it's still something where it's like, okay,
Shit.
10 mil, they're gonna find you.
Wait.
So this is the same kind of thing?
Yeah, it's the exact same kind of thing. Well, this is great because this is probably where he figures out like the way to do it right. Whoa.
誰もパッと思いつきそうもない場所よ。どこだと思う？上海駅の女子トイレよ。でね、ブローカーの女は木製でキムチを売ってるんだけど、これがすっごく美味しいのよ。木製の野菜ってキムチに向いてる。
Wow. That's it. That's her run. What is she saying? Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Oh, that's ironic last words. She says with a smile on her face.
Yeah, he doesn't need a translator to know what she said.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
All right. Yeah, he's trying to spin it.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually gives her up, but she's already gone. Yeah.
And does this save Dorothy's life? Because then they can confirm he did give her up.
Sure.
Whoa.
And he might have even sent her a message like, hey, you gotta go. I need to give them real info. Get gone.
No way. That's brilliant. Try to fake your death. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get to be this old honey by...
Yeah.
like, not having a few getaway plans.
No way.
And so they just actually give the money back?
Whoa.
Okay.
And he's got to feel real good right now.
Right, but there's,
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's...
You better not say a damn thing, Laurent. You are dead.
Oh, no, if they take one look... Yeah. So...
Wow, if she had just done the wrong thing and waited and kind of trusted in the party almost.
Sure.
She might be alive right now.
Oh, sure.
Because he essentially fell on his sword to save all of them.
Uh-huh. Nice. That's... Oh, boy. Yeah, like, they're gonna see through this. Unless that's...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No way. No way. Yeah, no, he's just...
He's imagining it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Wow, he's so good.
Right, he was able to actually play that off.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, and he actually...
Oh! Because, as from the other guy's perspective, hey, as long as you're in with me, it's cool. I'll treat you good and all that stuff.
You are family, yeah.
Oh, you've got family that's in trouble? Yeah, go.
He's like, surely you found some way to, like, survive this. Oh. Oh, that's...
Wow.
Oh.
That,
Fuck, man.
Because you're so used to just reality being...
She can kind of pull her way out of anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever you guys want it to be, right?
Yep.
You can always spin it. You can always, make it work somehow.
And now he's having the Makoto, crash as well.
汚いね。何簡単さ。知り合いの病院から身元不明のご遺体をちょっと。
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
ビビって逃げてきた。殺しは絶対にやらない。
Remember
We're
that?
con artists, not murderers.
Well, that was Dorothy's rule.
殺しが笑いに来るぜ。ま、オズがあんたを気にしてたよ。自分が生きてるってラブレターでも書いてやんな。
Yeah, he put out all the stops for you. So basically, in some ways, Oz's great crime was that he cared more about his team than he did his family. And he did all this to save them and basically left his family.
Right.
But he wasn't, you know, a shitty person in the slightest bit.
Right. He didn't, like theoretically, he could have tried to get some.
Oh. No, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the cat.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah.
All right, you could have the ED play right there.
You could, yep. But we're only probably like 2/3 of the way through the episode, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice, there he is.
Gotcha.
So the man with the plan. Oh, his dad.
Yeah.
And then he's like, use my son.
Sure.
I need to have.
And that's why he didn't like let his son know, hey.
Oh.
Presenting himself as the mark.
Yep, yep. Hey. Oh. Yeah.
Because, this has to be some important part of it because...
Fuck, he was right there! Wow! So does he go to a visit right then? Yeah, he does. Yeah, give it your best shot.
You can try.
This is part of her death wish, you know?
Uh-huh. All right.
Huh?
翻译、法律，还有其他需要交涉的事情，尽管吩咐我去做就好了。请您一定给我一个报答您的机会。
All right.
Perfect. And here we are, right at the beginning.
So also kind of training Edamura.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. And there we go, all the way back to the beginning.
Yep.
All right, the backstory is over.
Okay.
We have completed the full circle. We've come all the way back to the beginning at the end of the prequel.
Yep.
We now know exactly what happened. She's dead. Dorothy got shot.
Right.
And after that, in some ways, Laurent breaks all the rules and decides, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do this for her. We're going to do one last job to get back at him.
Yep.
It's entirely sentimental. It's not motivated by money or anything other than that, you know.
Well, and not motivated by like rescue or anything either, right? It's they had their out. They could have been like, you know what? We got beat. That's it.
Yep.
But they didn't want to do that.
Nope. In some ways, they want to light a little funeral pyre specifically on the the corpses or the business of their mark here.
Right.
And while all of the jobs that, you know, went through the show up until now don't necessarily directly correlate exactly into setting up this job, they are there to set up the way in which Edamura will be, you know, fully in on this.
Which, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's still a terrible dad.
He's pretty bad, but he's not the, you know...
He's not a child trafficker.
Yeah.
Directly.
He's a shitty dad. He's a shitty dad.
Right.
I would say that's the biggest thing here. But any of them you could say are shitty people because they're all doing crime and, you know, not really caring about the ramifications of you know, all that stuff. And that
but okay, we know what the situation is. I would still love to see, like, if we get in the next episode, say, Like and that's the story, right? Where like, he told all of this to Edamura there. I would still like to see a bit of a conversation and maybe some pushback from Edamura, as it's okay, on the one hand, great. So this, like, all right, you weren't that shitty person. Fantastic. Right. Oh, those people are still alive. Great. I still thought I killed them. I still, was like...
I still trafficked
people. Kids, right? Like you couldn't have just, you couldn't have told me anything, right? Like, it couldn't have been some other schmuck, right? Like, it had to be me.
That's the part where this is a very selfish act, is that he doesn't really care about those kinds of things because he wants closure with his son, but in some ways he needs his son to be able to see the kinds of lengths that he would go to in order to save people like this. And yet
you're not actually saving anybody.
Well, no,
that's not the objective.
No. It's not the objective, but in terms of the way in which they had set all this up, Laurent needed saving, basically. This is not a thing of where Laurent needed to get out. It's more Laurent needed to have basically a reason to live again.
Yeah, having that fire of, okay, I can get back at these people, that was enough to get him moving.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's no one left behind. We already basically, abandoned Dorothy. We failed her.
Right.
And now Laurent basically needs us, so okay, I'll do whatever I can. And that's fun because it basically brings the contrast that Edamura's dad didn't really have that connection with his family.
No.
He had that connection with his band of thieves. They were his actual family.
Right.
And that's the part that makes him a shitty person in my mind, is that he was okay with doing this probably to Edamura and also, by extension, his wife, because he didn't really care about them in the same way. Except, we know that he cared about them enough to go and visit the mom.
Yeah, and that does...
when she was, in the hospital.
Right, and that does elevate things a lot, because the way I imagine, like, the reason why he wouldn't have contacted them until he was out was okay, but there is a possibility that would leave a trail. They could find out something like that, and then real bad shit would happen. So they have to fully believe it, like, which totally makes sense, right? And then...
Well, right. That's why in a lot of ways he gets the safety of, I was thrown in jail during that time. Because then they won't come after him in any way, shape, or manner.
Well, right, yeah, because they could if they want to, but because of the way he was able to spin it, they didn't want to, right?
No, like,
he
did
it. Yeah, he did a great job of making sure that they still, like, if anything, this is where the competency of these con artists is really, like, demonstrated, is that even when the job goes bad, most people don't know that they were that they were in on it, right?
Yeah.
They're still entirely trusted, to the point that Laurent can be in severe distress, visibly
so depressed that his boss is actually like, no, something's off, but I'm not questioning you about it.
Right. I'm not at all making the connection that this started immediately after I shot that person.
Nope.
Right? Nothing like that,
yeah,
right?
Laurent's a fantastic actor in that way.
Yep. Even if maybe Laurent hasn't actually been in this position very long, right? He's so entire, like, the doubt is the farthest thing from this guy's mind, right? And so it's just oh shit, you had something happen in your family? Oh yeah, go. Absolutely.
Your family's my family. Yeah.
Yeah.
No issues.
Right.
I really love that, because it's the kind of thing where you could, waste a lot of time in trying to figure out, like, ooh, does he know, or did he see a specific look from Laurent? No, that's the pain, is that Laurent's alone. He has nobody in this situation. So the pain and the anguish of it all hits even harder, and thus he's even contemplating murdering him, which is going to, get him killed as well.
Right. But it's like, okay, that's a debatably decent trade, right?
Right, and also a great way to showcase rather quickly without telling us exactly where his headspace is at. So,
right, which is also a nice coming full circle to the low place that he was at before he met Dorothy, and that's all wonderful. And the oh shoot, I lost it. There was something else about this that stood out to me as just being really fun. Oh yeah, the idea that the way that it fell apart was something that was like, act of God, pure cosmic coincidence, right?
If you're going to do a job like this, you better make sure the news isn't going to report on the people that you're pretending to be,
Right, exactly. You
Yeah.
know, and of course they would have had to have it be impersonating a real person to some extent, because otherwise there probably wouldn't be that kind of like, they'd be able to tell that this person doesn't exist, right? But the way in which that happened, and then even after everything fell apart, they were still totally believed. That also sort of feeds into the lie that it
Right.
wasn't our fault. It just happened. No, it is your fault. You were out and you decided to do another job,
Yep.
and eventually something's going to go wrong. That's not something where this one was special as a result of that. In
Nope.
fact, all the other ones were special because it didn't happen, right?
Yep.
And so you kept spinning the roulette wheel, and it wasn't a regular roulette. This was Russian roulette, and it didn't go well, right?
Yeah.
And
you
so
weren't counting them as consecutive, empty shots and empty chambers.
right,
and
right,
realizing
exactly.
that
It's
the
just
bullet
it's always
is
a 1
there.
in 6. We
Yeah,
got
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so like that's I love how that goes to show that the person that Laurent still is, even if he's motivated as a result of these things.
Yes.
Even though, yes, he is hyper competent. Yes, they were able to make all those things work.
Yep.
There are also these ways in which he is absolutely taking these risks. He is not. He has not learned his lesson, basically.
Yes, and in some ways, that's the part about him that's dangerous, and probably the part where the show is needing to have its cake and eat it a little bit, is that he's not actually in perfect control, running the strings on every single little thing. There are a lot of things that he's leaving up to chance, and he's okay with that.
Right.
He is okay with that enough because that's the way things were before.
Right, to the point where he, even after he sees her get shot right in front of him, he goes back to the place and he's like, but you're going to be here, right? Which implies that there have been plenty of times where things went off the rails before.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Where they weren't able to perfectly control for everything, but because they were also talented and such great improvisers or whatever, or, they would have things, plans on top of plans on top of plans
They
that
think
maybe not
for a
everybody
second,
knew
like,
about.
oh shit, maybe they
Yeah,
they die.
they
and then they go
couldn't
back and they're like,
communicate
oh,
this to
you
me.
son of a bitch. Yeah.
God damn it,
You
and I
got
would-
me good.
Right,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they started messing with each other a little bit after the years of like, aha, see, I even got you,
Yeah.
that's how well I sold it, right? And it goes back and she's not there.
Yeah.
Because of course she's not. She's dead.
Yeah.
Right? And you have to be able to accept that. And Edamura here is getting the happy accident out of yes, it was all a conspiracy. Yes, everything was a setup. Yes, nothing bad happened. The
Yes.
plan went perfectly. Like, all of these things, right? There is no cat that's going to just bump something off of a table, right?
Right.
Like, that's not going to happen here because we're all just that good.
Right. But you still went through all that. That's
Yeah.
the cost. Is basically that, yes, are, Abby and Cynthia still alive? Of course they are. Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Are all these things that happen still going to weigh on Edamura's soul? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right. And that's And
Yeah.
and to the degree that the show wants to delve into that, or Edamura as a person wants to maybe
Well, I think that's
confront
why
his
we
dad
still have
with that.
3 episodes left, is that it's not just the heist is over next episode. It's the Edamura reels from things for at least a third of an episode.
Right, he'll have to
But then
fully
they
put
time
himself back
skip.
together.
Then they time skip a little bit to get things moving because, this is gonna hit. And
Right. Like he's a different person now, so the persuading him, you're persuading the person that he is now.
Yeah.
And the one way in which I could see it, like them being able to like reason with that new person that he is from the standpoint of, because we've set up this elaborate con, you are kind of in bed with us now, whether you want to or not.
Sure.
Because you are new. They will not believe you. They will believe that you are part of the job, right? Like that you will not be trusted. You will be bagged. You will be, sent to
Yep.
the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
So whether you like it or not, whether you hate me or not, this is what we have to do.
Right. Yeah.
And you have an in.
Yeah, I would love to have the moment where he's reeling from this, and then they're like, okay, we need to do the thing. And then they go to like a hotel penthouse suite or something like that, and everybody's there, everybody's, there and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, buddy, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a lot. And he
We
comes
took
back,
things too far.
Fuck you. And he just starts screaming at them and they all just,
And they're like,
"Hey, yeah.
okay, yes, no, keep it coming, right?
Yeah, we deserve it. Yep, it's okay.
Yep,
Yeah. I can totally see that happening. I just think Laurent shouldn't be within, teleport jump punching distance,
Right, yeah.
Because that's what he's going to do. He's going to, and then,
Oh yeah,
knock him off of
try and throw him out a window.
skyscraper.
Yeah, Yep, absolutely.
I really liked how quick this episode was. I think that backstory arcs effectively like this can really drag down the pacing of an overall story side of things there.
Yes.
And because this job is the longest one that we've had thus far, the backstory is the part that you kind of need to make sure you get right. And I would say
various reasons.
For various reasons, but like if you're going to commit to the backstory, the fact that they not only committed so hard, but they moved things so quickly at such a clip pace, I was very engaged throughout. I was very much able to follow the whole like flow of things story wise.
Yes.
And I think giving us then another like 2 or 3 episodes, probably 2 with an epilogue, to resolve everything. Yeah, I feel like they can do it. I feel like they can do it. There's enough things that they've set up, but I also really liked that this backstory informed the way in which Laurent set up the job for the present.
Right.
A lot of the things all are being recreated in the same way. That might be part of the vengeance to give him that deja vu, uncanny, like kind of valley feel of like, wait, I feel like this is something that.
Yeah,
okay,
talk about
interesting.
paranoia, like, Laurent not being able to know if Dorothy's really dead,
Yeah.
Edamura's going to have that times 10. Like, because, like, think about it. Even to the point of getting Edamura involved in a shitty company that was doing illegal stuff that makes him then, like the whole, suspicions about you because of your dad then being confirmed because of something you didn't know about. Yeah, that was all according to Cake.
Yeah.
Like they fully ruined his life to get to the point where they can do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And we still got 3 episodes left. I love that they have 3 episodes left because of how fast this show is, that we can get a bunch of really painful conflict and emotional drama stuff with Edamura, at least in the next episode for sure.
Yep.
But having also a proper epilogue where, we can have some words exchanged.
Right, like does this end with the okay, we did the thing now we actually are done,
Or the reconciling of a father and a son where it's the I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you, building back up what I squandered and lost and put you through. And I know you'll never forgive me, but allow me the opportunity to start. And I think that would be a really beautiful way that they could redeem a lot of this story here, is that Edamura's dad is probably the one that I have the most issue with as far as this, is not really from the standpoint of him being a bad person or him being a manipulator or him being, in that contradictory state of where he seems to care about his family, but he also seems to care about his thieving, kind of band family.
Yeah.
It's more when this all shakes out, what was the full thing that helped him commit to this all the way through? Because there are some ways in which he has to essentially pick a side at the end. Like he has to kind of not choose the middle road. He can, but I don't think it makes sense for him to.
Well, yeah, like
after
even
a
if
certain point,
even if they get to a point where, let's say, it's like, okay, well, mom's gone, and so now it's just the 2 of us. Let's both be con artists together as we, since we've done so many things that we can't take back and all that stuff, we're stuck in this situation now, like fully.
That does make sense a little bit too,
like
yeah.
Now at the very least we'll have each other's backs in that.
Right, and that's still similar to what I was talking about. It just would be, under the context of them doing cons and stuff together.
Yeah, but I don't know. This'll be This will be interesting.
You know what also could be cool? Laurent gets his vengeance, and then he basically hands the car keys over to Edamura. And he's like, I'm done. I did my thing, but I wanted to present all this to you as my apology.
Oh, okay.
All my contacts, all my influence, all my
And
everything.
Edamura just turns to his dad. See?
Yep.
See? Yeah. Huh. An apology.
Yeah.
You know.
That would be great. I would just love it as well because other than that, I would love for him to be like, okay, and then he just kind of turns to the left and he's like, go for it, you know, like
Yeah, right. Like pulls out some brass knuckles. Like,
or just like just don't go for the groin, you know, like
Right.
let me leave with my family jewels, you know, like
because I know I really fucked you over.
yeah.
You can hit the moneymaker.
Yeah,
You know, yeah.
exactly. Or it's the thing of where we finally see Laurent broken because he's then able to, you know, accept that this was all,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah,
pointless,
like
and then he's at the end just sitting by the beach, just like with a bottle of booze, and he's just like, yep. Now what?
yeah. And then Edamura slowly enacts his revenge by doing little cons on his dad and Laurent, the way that Laurent would do on him, of the getting him to a situation that he thought was just a whatever, you know, and then it's like, nope, it was me the whole time, bitch. You got zooked again. You know,
Laurent,
right?
yes, Laurent is just trying to retire, and he's like, you know, he's like a watchmaker or something,
Right.
And he just comes by every once in a while with like people that are, you know, trying to set him up for like things
Sure.
and stuff, and
Or,
he keeps
or just all these
bamboozling him over and
cops
over
end
again.
up sort of like happening to be in his general area and have happened to see like his wanted poster, you know, like his, you know, just at some point recently. So it's not like they're
Laurent-
directly on his tail,
Would
but
Laurent
like,
actually still be pretty invisible as far as things go?
I mean, ideally, yeah.
I don't think anybody really knows he's like. I'm thinking of all the jobs that we've done thus far.
It's basically just the actual Interpol FBI lady or whatever.
But even then,
She doesn't necessarily know what
does
they
she
look
know
like.
what he looks like?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
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 Or that's Edamura is like, all right, they know your face, so I'm gonna have to rearrange it real thoroughly. You know, like.
And he's
So
like,
otherwise-
man. He's like, man, come on, I've got like makeup artists for that shit. We don't really need to do this. Like,
No,
I
you
think we
just
do.
can't beat the real thing.
Yeah,
you know?
there's
Yeah.
a certain shade of purple and blue that those makeup artists
they just can't quite hit.
deal
It
in. you
looks too perfect.
know?
you know?
It looks, a bit,
Yeah,
it looks
just-
a bit too finessed in there. We need to have some burst blood vessels to, know,
Right.
make the blue turn purple properly.
It's got to be
you know?
subdermal. You know?
Yeah, exactly. But holy shit. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.